Okay, welcome back. I got it working. So now, well, it works. So we have a 0 and a 1 as ID for symbol X and Y. But yeah, we still want to pass the name, I guess, because you have to print it. Let's see. The trick was this: to add the same template as unique ID and then pass that here. But it definitely must be a const eval function. Oh, I'm not sure I can use a standard string for. Let's put it here. I'm going to try anyway, of course. Maybe standard string became const expression in C++ 23 or something. Const expression variable x must be initialized by a constant expression. Is a string literal not a constant expression? Now let's begin looking at the constructor of standard string. Constructor. Const expression basic string, okay. But that's the default. Size type count. Oh, lots of const expression. Totally const expression, man. From a string. On a string. This one is not const expression. This one is const expression. What is the difference? Oh, it's in C++ 20. So it is const expression now. Provided I would have passed the count as well, which I have not done. Oh, yeah, this one. I was using this one. It's totally const expression, man. Confusing. in C++20, string as a constructor, taking a character const pointer, and that constructor is a const expression. No, immediately stuck again. Oh wait, I was going to pass standard string now. Maybe nah, whatever. No, time for asking Georgie or IC. And then IC, yeah. Georgie I ask Georgie standard string const expression standard string is full. Why does I'll show you what is happening here. What do we do? Why does this not work? I thought standard string character const pointer is const expression. So C++20. Hey Ninja, welcome back to. I have a new problem. I want to create a cons expression string. For some reason it's not doing it. What the heck? This works, right? Yo. And this also should work. And it bloody does. DCC head. What was I using? 12.3. Oh. Huh? Yeah. You can't do that inside the function, except of course when I make it static. Yes, that's it. So in order to have the name in it, I probably need to make this static then. And then we can just pass it as X. And Y. Now it should work. Really, really? I have to make the name static maybe, or global. Const eval function, is the Y. temporarily created here. Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. It creates a temporary. Yeah, what the hell? Does not create temporary. It's a very small font, isn't it? But yeah. Jolly. Main function, struct, symbol. Const expression, symbol. Character const pointer. Const expression. Symbol S. Well, let's call it X. And I should test this first on the test channel. Yeah, it fucking works. Maybe because it's not used. Hello, chemical Kims. Yeah, but it's Bill. I mean, well, it just pasted on IC. Just works. So now, well, this thing is static, but it doesn't even have to be then. If I'm not using strings. So what I did was const expression symbol in main, passing a character const pointer or a string or literal, and then symbol is taking a character const pointer. Maybe the problem is that I add const eval here. That's probably the problem, yeah. On IC I made it a const expression, which is allowed to be runtime. So I just converted it to not const expression, I suppose. Because this doesn't work. It works. Reference to local temporary. Yeah, wait a minute. Character pointer. It just works. I have no idea what I tried before then. I'm pretty sure I tried this. Huh? What? Oh no, never mind. I thought that Y is still wrong, but no, yeah, it just works. So that's cool. And then we can finally continue with actually the test. Everything I tried was complaining, and now I go back to the very first thing I tried. And then it suddenly works. Nobody gets it. Okay, so now I print a symbol, then I want to print not a value, but, well, maybe I want to print a name and the value. If it has a value. No, I don't want to print a value. Just print the name. X and Y. Whew, okay. We are making progress, yes. So now I can make, let's make a symbol. Just one symbol. Nobody cares about this anymore. And then I do the negation of the negation test with X. Which is not going to compile, I hope. Invalid argument type const symbol to unary expression. Okay. I would say unary should be able to take it, but it doesn't take it. Sorry, negation should be able to take it. Because I have this. But that only allows expressions, and my symbol is not an expression apparently. I really wish I could tag concepts. Tags concept. Nobody talks about it. Yeah, that's the expression, of course. There it is. Yeah, so it's only an expression when it is derived from expression tag. So my symbol should be derived from expression tag. This wrong way. My god, why am I doing this completely wrong way suddenly? Well, usually I put debug stuff at the bottom, but then the most dependent files at the top. Probably that is the right direction. The right order, I should say. Yeah, and this thing thinks it doesn't need any header whatsoever. No. Looks correct. No. Expression first, then constant, because expression might depend on constant. And then precedence and then utils. That looks like the best order. No member name needs appearance in symbolic symbol. You have to add that. Which means I also need a precedence for symbol. Public. The precedence is, of course, precedence symbol. I guess that is exactly the same as constant. No, it seems to work. Minus x is x. Now symbol doesn't know anything about negation, so the only reason that this worked is that negation understands that if you put a minus sign in front of a negation, then it's the thing in that it was wrapping itself. Now we can do multiplications, right? Yeah, finally something exciting. Multiplication, is that the right thing? Do I want to call it like that? Could call it product, actually. Product. I don't know, shall I call it product or shall I call it multiplication? Let's call it product. Pragma-ones. Namespace symbolic. Right. Okay, Red Holmes. You saw that I fixed it? I got it working. This is a template. Expression 1. Expression 2. This is also an expression, of course. Public expression tag, actually. Oh, well, I told you on Discord. Bishop, well, it's shorter. This is just 1 line and the others are 3 lines. And it's also supposed to be a little bit faster. Pragma once works if the compiler supports it, but I'm not interested in a universal portability. If aliens land here and they want to use my code, they will have to fix their compiler. Wait, that doesn't work like that. But I mean, GCC, Clang, and also the Microsoft compiler supported. So, well, you know. But it's not official part of the official part of the C++ language, of course. So theoretically, they should not work all the time. So if you want to do it correctly, then you have to use macro guards as well. And then Pragma once is just to speed up. So I would also have to do if not def, and so on. Now Pragma once works as follows. If you do an include, you include this file, and the compiler sees a Pragma once. At the moment it sees it, so you can put something in front of it as well, but then at the moment it sees this, it will never include that file anymore. So if then it encounters an include product H, it just doesn't. Which is faster, because then it won't read the file. And if you use macro guards and you do an include product H, it reads the whole file. It just skips it then afterwards, because the macros are defined. But it just calls CPU, so this is faster. Yes, it was that simple, Red Holmes. I didn't even guess it. It was more like realizing how it worked, and then I understood that I had to edit it. No, okay. The product can be constructed. I'm going to have a look at how I did that before. Or rather what I did before. Oh yeah, it just stores the types that are being passed. So you can construct it from those types, which are then stored, and we can access them. Well, basically it. Almost copy all of this. Let's copy everything and then delete everything again. I never use this. Let's not do that. And then we have E1 and E2. I think I call this argument 1 or argument 2 or expression 1. Now let's use argument 1 and 2. Nice and short. Product. Could also call it left hand side and right hand side. Would that be better? Call it left hand side and right hand side? Nah, I like arg 1 and 2 better. What am I doing? Replace E. Thank you. Yeah, and this is always the same thing. Plus, I don't have operator anymore. I have to look at another file. Already forgot how that worked. Other file being, for example, negation. Product. Oh, right. Keep forgetting that one. I'm probably doing this so wrong, but until I start printing stuff, I can't test it. And then this works as follows. So now we have arg1. Does arg1 need parents if it has this as precedence? What about my before and after then? I'm going to do this. Yeah, totally missing. No, this is nonsense. Yeah. And this is negation. We do have parents here. It's an after, right? Or not? Comes after negation. But there is not a before. Now I call it on expression. It's kind of a before and an after. Confusing again. Nah, it's no before or after. It's just always after. I don't know. Yeah, and this doesn't never needs parents either. So good. Good. So back to multiple products, I mean. Okay, so quite obviously, we must be able to construct a product with the operator star, which I'll add here. Did I write it wrong? I don't understand what you mean. Oh, you corrected yourself. Maybe just S precedence -1 on the left side. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just fix that part when I start printing stuff. That's the concept for now. Yeah, no, not really need to make a copy, I guess, although I think I did that before as well with, I mean, using cons references everywhere. What the hell, man? Operator star. There we are, cons reference all over the place. Oops. So no very simple case, just any expression is being taken and then we have the product of that. So you can make a test for that. Let's make another symbol here. Invalid operand, so binary expression, const symbol and const symbol. Candidate template ignored, could not match constant against symbol. So it's taking the wrong operator star, and that is because I forgot to include products. I know, unneclared identifier before. Yeah, that's true. So we should add those to precedence as well. Make it a boolean. Nah, I don't know. Try to make it an enum. Give it its own. Probably better. Not to mention that all the needs parents are now called with before or after. But not always. English is a bitch. I want a before or after before the precedence, but I want now to give it a default value, which means that I have to put it on the other side. And after was true, I call it after, which is not possible because it is already the enum name. Going to do something desperate. Yeah, but then I have two of them, which I'm doing now. Which is kind of stupid. Only because I want the grammar to be English, basically. Have it before that. And what do I return in this case? Well, I don't have a before after, so let's return this. But then in the case of before after, probably I should use the position. Yeah, well, later, you know. Later. Copy this next header. Needs. I don't have a needs, it's a counter. Also, here we have it, P. Ugh. Could have known that. Oh, there it is. Rip. What was that? Oh. Machine learning. What the hell just happened? Didn't add those files. Symbolic tissue. It put parentheses around it. Well, that's just the first case of parentheses going wrong. Why did it print parentheses around it? That's a good question. So what happens is, I think, that the multiplication asks the symbol if it wants parentheses if it is put in front of a multiply. And the answer should be false. But I think, well, a symbol should always return false, of course. However, it returns true if this precedence is then the product. So if it returns true if product is larger than our own precedence, which is symbol. Yeah, and product is larger than symbol. So maybe I should put, I want to put the one that has the highest thing, highest precedence at the bottom. So I don't want to change this. Which then means that all these have to be changed at the very least in less than. Grab sources, need parents. Now I can also do substitute less than with, no, larger than with less than, and then dot. No, dot here. Why does that not work? Next, go here. Now it work. So we have a product. It's kind of annoying that it prints symbolic in front of it. Product of a symbol and a symbol. It's printed like that. But I want it to be sorted. Yes, you heard that right. In the most general case, probably means that this is not a multiplication. The sorting thing, I haven't sorted it out yet. I've been thinking about it, but it is difficult, especially say when stuff happens like divisions. See, this is an addition and this is a division. Do I want to do the division first and then the addition, or the other way around? I think the division should go last. I think it's going to become an enormous mess if const expression arg1 is less than arg2. Now let's call that differently. Expression order v. Is that so it makes sense. I'm just making it up as I go. So if E1 is less than E2, might as well use arg1 and arg2. But it's all about the type. Then we return this. And otherwise we return the swapped stuff. So now I must define this thing. Let's put that in the header expression. So the default is false. That is the value of the false type. It's a boolean that is set to false. And then we can define this function with an underscore v so that we get the value immediately. So now if you call this, which is a const expression boolean but templated, with any template parameter you get false because, well, just using that. However, now we can specialize it. Plus, of course, this thing takes two things. It takes two expressions. So that's better. By default, it always returns false. On the other hand, I probably should do something like not implemented. The default is kind of stupid. Yeah, there's something that depends on E1 again. I have that defined somewhere as depend something. Depend false. I'm not using that yet in the current directory. Oh, I am depend false in constant. I think constant includes expression, yeah. I mean, it should be, it totally does, so you can move that from constant to expression. Okay, so this tells us that it is not implemented for symbol. Now, of course, that it should go into symbol then. So I'm editing symbol.h, and we are going to add expression order less. But this must be symbols, so I don't want to call it expression, I want to call it concept symbol. No, I call it is symbol. Elsewhere anyway, I don't know. Normally I call all the concept something. I think I'm going to stick to that. Concept symbol. Stuff. Well, first I need my concepts. Do I have a concept for constant, for example, for this one? We need to have that in symbol as well. Yeah, no, they're called symbol. Okay, I'll call it is symbol. I don't know, I'm still not really happy with it. This reads a bit weird. Is symbol symbol one? What is symbol? No, it is a symbol. I demand that it is a symbol. To mean what you really want is something just symbol, but yeah, I already have a class name symbol, so so that then makes it concept symbol, right? Just to put something in front of it. So this one is concept. What is? So if both are symbols, then it's still not easy. Yeah, actually it is. But, well, equals, is it not a cons expression? Was it not a cons expression? Yeah, symbol type. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, good idea, Red Home. Let me first fix this one. They are all const expressions, so I did it right. But it's the underscore v that I have to overload or redefine. And then we just sort by ID. Do I have to put type name in front of that? I don't think so, because ID is an integer. It's not a type name. Then I need ID to be defined. So we have a symbol. Actually, my ID is n. I can just call n, of course. That is that is the ID. Let's rename this to ID. And well, I can only call that like this if it is a static function. With this, and just should make it a static const expression, I think. Yeah, for obvious reasons, again. I mean, it should have been static from the beginning anyway. I don't like abbreviations though, so I'm going to make it a type instead of T. Yeah, it's not. I don't have a class expression, so I'm not adding type there, I think. And definitely, I do need this for the negation still, or rather, everywhere where that occurs, which is two whole lines. It's not being used at all, apparently. Oh, it is used, being used here. Oh, in the requires, yeah, what the fuck. This works as well. But I could use is negation here. But, yeah. This works as well. Type is better for when you actually use it in the template. Static member friends, you cannot. Oh, not that again. Just remove it, man. I mean, compiler. Valid use of memory ID. Oh, it's static memory function. No, you're kidding me, right? Ah, oh, right. Yeah, in case of the symbol, that's actually true. Oh, is that painful? It's kind of painful, isn't it? Can I make an eval from this? Just to make 100% sure that it is indeed just compile time stuff. So if I put it here, it takes memory, but I'm only using it at compile time. So why is it taking memory? Might as well be part of the type. It's just that I don't want the user to be having to use template argument with an ID, where the ID is hard to track. Okay, now I have a serious problem. This doesn't work anymore. Well, not that serious, but it just doesn't not work. Just the type alone, I just have a symbol and a symbol. Just the type doesn't tell me which order it is. So the whole expression order idea did not work. I could make it a function, however. Let's see where I used all this thing. To in expression, instead of a boolean, it should be an. It should be a function that I overload then. Boolean. Now we don't have the v anymore because I don't even have a value anymore. And then here I do need to call the function with the arguments. And then we have to specialize the function. This is a type. Let's make it a capital. Let's make it an E1, even though it is a... It's a symbol, not an expression anymore. But a symbol is an expression, so hey. Const reference, and I can call it here symbol 1. And then we can just return symbol 1 dot id is less than symbol 2 dot id. Thanks. Yep. And here as well. Template specialization requires templates. Yeah, this is specialization. Call to expression or less is ambiguous. Really? Why? Oh, two symbols. Yeah, okay. So why is it in instantiation of function template specialization? Symbolic operator product is a symbol. Candidate with E1 is symbol and E2 is symbol. And that is in expression.h. No, I don't want that to be called. That is so weird, man. Oh, that's a thing that oh my god. Yeah, you can't specialize function templates. So now I made it a function, but then it just says that it is ambiguous because now you have two template functions that both could match because it's not a specialization. How to fix that? I could make it a class or a struct, I suppose. Then you can do the specialization. You can make it a functor. Grab that again. To try 3. The idea is to make this a struct. And then I still have to construct a thing then. Or I can do it like that and then just call it. Maybe is that better? Yeah. So no constructor, I'm just going to use, oh, that's not possible, as we found out earlier. No, I can specify the type, including the template parameters. And then being a functor means we define an operator parenthesis. Still have to pass objects, like I said, just the types won't work. So this should be the constructor then. And we just store it, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to call it expression anymore now. Too long. So I have a struct, so I can specialize it. And you can construct it, even a temporary. Wait a minute, is a temporary const expression? Does it need to be const expression? Probably needs to be const expression. Yeah, if only for the static assert. So arg1 and arg2 are const expressions. And we store a reference to that. That probably works. And then I want to have a way to evaluate that, which is then of course also a const expression. But currently I'm not going to implement that yet. How can I learn Cairo? Well, from the Cairo website. That's how I learned it. Do you have do you run Linux, Emilito? Because what I have is only going to work on Linux. So if you have Linux, then you can install my program. Otherwise, it's so Spanish. I don't know. I don't think so. I'll type it. Expression.h19. And then you cannot compile my code, I'm afraid. But you can still learn Cairo. It's just www.cairo.org or something. That's my guess. Google Cairo. What do you mean confusing? Don't be confused. Feel stupid. I mean, Cairo graphics. Documentation. Tutorial. Yeah, if you just Google Cairo, then you get nowhere. That's true. You have to add the graphics part. And now I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, if that's going to work, nobody knows. Symbol product. Product is using it. So now I made the constructed from the arguments and then evaluate it. I don't know if it works. Can you have a const expression temporary? What is this doing here still? Or at all? And the evaluation is just calling this member function on it. Super dirty. Oh, but it must be easier to call. Maybe I could just use double colon or something like that. It's still a class then. No, it's not. Nah, nah. I could make a free function. I mean, you can get these types from the argument, so I really want to have a function. I could make a function, pass it, and then the function returns the class. Because this looks a bit ugly, but okay, let's first try if this works at all. This expression, the symbol.h to this is then this must be the implemented sub specialization. I found it word of this class. Same thing. Huh? It's horrible but true. Too fancy. Might not even work this. It's hardly necessary. Just asserting anyway. No return statements. You gotta be kidding me. Why would it then do that? Type constraint difference in template redeclaration. Oh? Oh? Okay, this doesn't work here. What the fuck? You can't do that, apparently. I thought you could specialize with different constraint, but apparently not. Wait a minute. Yeah, well, that's just... No, that's not how it works. That's true. That's not how it works. You have to make a specialization by... specifying the shit there. And then I doubt that this is possible. Really, actually. You know, like, not possible. I mean, but maybe this is possible. Unlikely. So 1% chance. Yeah, template partial specialization is not more specialized than a primary template. Wow, did change. Well, it is, but apparently the concept doesn't count. This is also a total failure then. So I think it considers the concepts, which are more restrictive in my eyes, not to be a specialization. So it sees this as a type name and a type name, and then the original also was a type name and a type name. Nothing is more strict. However, of course, I can just specify, excusez-moi, that this is a symbol. Oh, yes, of course. Of course. What am I doing? This is super special. Now it's specialized. Yeah. I was still thinking somehow that the type contains what I need, but it's not true. So I just have to, well, hopefully, yeah, cons references that point to cons reference, cons expression symbols, from which you can read in cons evaluate or the ID. Dude, if this works, I'm getting more and more impressed by C++. If it can keep up with what I'm typing. Well, it doesn't yet. Unknown type name E1. Okay, those are the easy errors. Nothing to be worried about. Yeah. Cons expression if condition is not a cons expression. Why not? No, why? Of course this is a cons expression. It says that arg1 is unknown. Oh boy. Actually, that might help. Nope, still not. Argman1 unknown. But. So x is a const expression, and I'm passing it to a const eval operator. So I would say argument 1 is known. Completely known. It's x. Oh, x is not a constant expression, it claims here. Well, I could have been mistaken. It says constant expression there. So make a static constant expression symbol, x, and then it dares to tell me that that is not a constant expression. It's a bloody static constant expression. Everything comes tumbling down now. Getting so tired of this. I'm not reading value. It's making, it's using the copy constructor. Yeah, but I'm having another problem now. I can't pass those things as a constant expression, the symbols. Well, this is also really weird. Why would it not be able to do this? I mean, it's talking about reading value, but negation stores the expression as a const reference, so I'm not reading anything. I think this uses maybe copy constructor of negation. I'm not even sure. I would say it doesn't, but well, nah, it should be using the copy elation, not called a copy constructor at all. And even if it does, negation only has... Oh, wait, I'm not sorting it as set. Okay, never mind. Well, maybe it was using a copy constructor. Can't do that, that's true. That compiles. We have hope again. So now I can pass this static const expression to the operator minus of negation. I think it's using not this one, but yeah, it's a const expression, right? Oh, I removed the const expression just a second ago because I had a debug output. That's no longer possible. The big question is, however, can I make it a const eval? Yes! I get to make it a const eval. Pretty awesome. Check. I think that I want to have as many const evals as possible. You just can't do that. Maybe it's complaining about this because of the previous error. Hello, deep apps. I wonder if I can still compile this without static, by the way. Yeah, damn it. Oh, that's the reason. So now I'm not making a copy of symbol, which is not possible because it contains mutable variables, member variables. And a reference you can only store when it is static. So it must be a static const expression then, all the symbols. Not really a problem with that. Then I can pass it to a const reference as a const expression. And then you would say this should also work. I mean, what's the difference? Except that now it takes 2 arguments instead of 1. That would be the product. But yeah, I'm having a const eval that takes two const references. So why would that not work? Let's remove this fancy stuff for now. And the product. Oh, the product also make copies. Okay, make this. Oh, wait a minute. But if I do that, then every expression must be static. Yeah, I'm not convinced. And why the hell is my product not a const eval? I think that was also one of the big reasons that everything failed. Yes, it was. Okay, so now, yeah, it prints y times x, but I forgot to... Oh, it swaps it. Wait a minute. What are we talking about? Products? Yeah, I'm having argument 1 first now. So now it swaps it, but what I really want is then to do... Let's say we don't swap it, so then it still works. First see that. So now it still has x times y. And then we're going to do this last fancy step. Where I do swap them. If arc2 is less than arc1, and of course that doesn't compile. Const expression if condition is not a const expression. Maybe just forgot to add const expression for the operator. I don't know, it's a const eval. Oh wait, this is a const eval. The other one maybe not. Also a const eval. How can it say that this is not a const expression? The whole function is a const eval thing. Let's split it up. I'm going to call this first and then pass it on. Of course. I mean, it's complaining about the const expression, blah, blah, blah. So now it's totally const expression. So now the error should be a little bit different. Warning. Definition of a static variable in a const expression function is in C++ 2b extension. Yeah, okay, so I should probably not do anything like that, but nevertheless. Error. Const expression variable foo must be initialized by a constant expression. This is not a constant expression. It claims it's not a constant expression. Still, again. Makes no sense, man. Probably not a constant expression because I'm using a temporary there. So let's not use a temporary. Definition, warning, warning. Error const expression variable EOL must be initialized by a constant expression. And it's again the problem that my arguments are not constant expressions. Which makes no sense whatsoever, in my opinion, but okay. I really don't see it. Why are the arguments not constant expressions? They are references to a static constant expression. I hate being stuck like this. Yeah, I think I just don't know enough. I'll have to ask this again to other people. Maybe learn something. Because the whole const expression and constival stuff, it's got me puzzles. And it's time to go to bed anyway. So I think I'm stop the stream now. And hopefully you all will figure this out within 24 hours. Really hate getting stuck like this, but normally if I make a test case and I put it on, say, one box or gold bolt, and then ask the right people, then you just get an answer, period. Yeah, that takes time. In the end, I just have to put this into a test case and then I can ask the question. But now it's too late. Yeah. Okay, yeah, good night.